Hello everyone, welcome back to Iron Horse Woodcraft, and in this video I'm going to share how I made this Lazy Susan. I'm starting off with a piece of ash that was left over from my daughter's bed build, using the Milescraft circle cutting jig, which fits my trim router. I can cut perfect circles every time. I cut them on a piece of scrap foam, taking off a small amount each time. After each pass, I'll lower the router bit just a little bit, and then take another pass. The spinning mechanism I'm using the roller bearing from Lee Valley. It's important to give it a test spin, of course. The next step is to create the bottom part of the Lazy Susan. I want this to be as low as possible, so I'm just using 1/8" plywood, also cut out using the circle jig. Here I'm figuring out the spacing of the holes. Because of the nature of the mechanism, I want to cut a single hole in the bottom piece of wood, and this will allow me to screw the roller bearings into the main piece after it's attached from the bottom. I'll make sure that the hole is large enough for the screw head to fit through. And now I'll drill the hole. Using a small piece of scrap wood underneath, this will help cut down on how much blowout I have on the other side. I'll then follow this up with a little bit of sandpaper to help clean up anything that's left behind. Now I line the bearing back up, and you'll be able to see now what I'm trying to achieve with the access hole. Because of the thickness of the bottom piece of wood, there's not much to screw it together, so I'm just going to use a really strong adhesive to glue it in place. While the glue dries, I go back to the main piece. Using the router, I round over the edges, and then give the piece a really good sanding. Using the pivot hole created by the circle cutting jig on the bottom of the main piece, I can use an awl to center the bottom portion, which is now glued to the roller bearing. Now I can use another awl to mark out the holes to attach the roller bearings to the main piece. This allows me to come back and drill small holes so that I can screw into them later. Make sure that you control the depth so that you don't punch through the entire piece. This is now where that access hole comes in really handy. Now you can line up the holes and simply just screw things into place. To finish things off, I use Grand Finishing's finishing oil. It's all natural, made locally, and really helps to bring out the grain of the ash. After that coat, I'll add a couple more coats and let it all dry. And once it's all dried up, it's ready for display. The intent of this rolling caddy or Lazy Susan is to display small items for me to photograph, like new toys that Spec Ops Tools sent me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.